Good morning, Guardians. The Hijabi Gamer here. And yes, I'm starting at this screen on purpose because I just finished Challenge of the Elders. Yeah, the score sucks. Only had 2 deaths. One of them was from the Vandals, but I just wanted to show off that I didn't just do the first two bosses this morning. I did all 3, soloed it, and one of them is Norusk, that taken Cabal that I always seem to have so much difficulty with. Well, I died once, and that was because of a stupid mistake where I got lost. Anyway, welcome to another weekly reset for Destiny 1, coming at you from one of the only channels on YouTube that does weekly resets for Destiny 1. Anyway, this week we have a very interesting, let's just say some of the things are really interesting this week. So, first off, for the weekly Crucible, we have zone control. I like control, but I agree with the guy I was talking to on Sunday that they need to switch up Iron Banner. But zone control, where you get your usual treasure of ages and legendary marks, 6v6, you capture zones and hold the zones to win. You know, as it says here, it's a tactical exercise in reinforcing and defending acquired territory. Should the Vanguard ever decide to expand past the walls of the city, the Guardians will be ready, according to Lord Shax. We already expand beyond. I don't know. I'd like to see other parts of the planet. Honestly, I'm curious to know what most of the what the rest of the Earth is like. Other cities, you know, what else is out there on the planet Earth and in the solar system? Because there's a lot still out there. Anyway, for the weekly story playlist, we have Mars and Venus again. So I think they go in order of, you know, the campaign. So you start with, you know, Earth and the Moon, which are the beginning ones. Then you go to Mars and Venus, which are stuff that, you know, are dealing with the Vex. And you have the usual heroic enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Arcburn, so something like Necrochasm or I Love Zalo Supercell would be great for this one. And then Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. So these are like the stories with the Vex and, you know, the Heart, the Garden, all of that sort of stuff. And you get, as always, like I said, you get the Treasure of Ages boxes the first time you do it, and you get five times you get 20 or more legendary marks. So this is the best way to, you know, farm legendary marks. Then you have the Siva Crisis Heroic. So the strikes are, as always, you have the heroic enemies appear in greater numbers. Then you have Solar Burn. Solar damage from any source is greatly increased. You have Specialist. So secondary, you know, special weapon damage is favored. And Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. So, I mean, that's interesting that you have Arcbird for the story missions and then Solar Burn. It seems, you know, they just pulled them out of a hat again. So the Siva Crisis Heroic, you get 1 Treasure of Ages boxes, then you have 3 goes, you get 10 legendary marks each time. So again, a quick way to get some legendary marks if you do 3 of them. But finding a fire team sometimes can be a bit of a challenge. Then you have the weekly Nightfall strike. Now, this is the one that I found really, really interesting, especially when I tell you which strike is the Nightfall this week. So the Nightfall this week, and I did solo this one. This is the one that it's the Dust Palace. So it's on Mars. It's this one over here, the Dust Palace. This is the one with the flares. This is the one where the hunter gets the this cloak. There's 3 of them. There's one for red, the blue, and purple. One for each of the different elements from each of the flares. These cloaks are awesome, and you get them from the flare. So I actually have all 3 of them, but I don't have them all with me. So this is the one that's going to be fun because this is going to be tough. So the modifiers for this week for the Nightfall are Arc Burn, Solar Burn, and Void Burn. Yeah, brilliant. Then you have Ironclad, so more enemies have shields, and you have Daybreak. Now, Daybreak is awesome. You know, I'm tempted to do it just because I like Daybreak, because it just basically means your super keeps quickly recharging. The darkness grows stronger, and so do you. Form a fire team of 3, and unleash your light with greatly increased ability recharge. So, I like Daybreak. I think Daybreak is fun. It's just almost like Mayhem Strike. You know, Mayhem from Crucible, but doing a Nightfall. So, I like Daybreak. I wish they did Daybreak more often. Alright. Then, as you can see, it's filled in because I did it. Challenge of the Elders. So Challenge of the Elders, first off, you have Berserk. Minions of Darkness won't flinch even after massive damage, which is more challenging than you would think it is, because I didn't realize just how much you relied on enemies flinching until you don't have it. Then you have melee kill bonus. Melee kills are worth more points, which, keep in mind, for the hunter, that includes the knife throw. That is considered a melee kill and a precision kill. If you have, like I've said, I've pointed this out in the past, but I'll point it out again. It's called where is it? Fearless. Where is it? I have it set up. Here it is. Knife Juggler. Set Knife Juggler. Knife Juggler precision kills with throwing knife immediately reset its cooldown. That means every time you get a precision kill with your throwing knife, it resets it. So if you do constant precision kills with your throwing knife, you can constantly just throwing your knife over and over again. Keep in mind, and this is relevant to this one, the little shanks that float around, the fallen shanks, are never precision kills. So don't even bother. Don't waste your knife on the shanks. Those are not precision kills. But if you keep doing precision kills with your knife, you'll get melee kill bonus and precision kill points. So, and small arms. And yeah, I noticed it. I was using my primary weapon, and it was just blowing through everything. So, the enemies for Challenge of the Elders, and as you noticed, like I said, I did do all three. My points sucked. I didn't do very good point-wise because I was focusing more on precision kills. I'm more of a precision kill person than a melee kill person. But you have the Psylocke the Defiled thirsts for your light. So that is the Taken Hive. So the big knight, the big Taken knight who shoots liquid flames and has every round of reinforcements 2 hive wizards. Piece of cake. Especially with the small arms. Yeah. The second one was Norusk, Servant of Oryx. This is the Taken Cabal that I seem to have so much difficulty with. Now that I've done him a lot, I've gotten used to him. I died once, and that was really early in the beginning. I got turned around and found myself in a corner. Kind of embarrassing. But it wasn't killed because I got overwhelmed. So, him... You just gotta watch out for the phalanxes, the Taken phalanxes. They are a pain in the butt to deal with. But I have found that the biggest difficulty with Norusk is near the end. I always died when I used to die a lot with him near the end, because that's when he just really starts shooting a lot, and the phalanxes come at you, and his the ball that comes at you is constantly coming, and you have to watch out for both the phalanxes and his and the ball, because if you get hit by first the phalanx and then the floating ball thingy, you're dead. So it's tough, but... And then finally you have one of the easiest ones, the Pilot Servitor of a War-Wrecked Fallen Ketch. So not Taken Fallen. Piece of cake. All you gotta do is be careful with the Vandals, because they will come at you with their swords and they will gang up on you. That's how I died. I basically died at the beginning because I just got pushed into a corner by Vandals. I wasn't prepared and just got whammed into a corner and got sworded to death by the Vandals. And you have to watch out for the Pilot Servitor's little bombs that fall off. Those things can one-shot kill you, at least if you're a hunter. I once beat the Pilot Servitor. I mean, I had completely killed him, but his little bombs were still floating in the air, and one of them hit me and killed me, and I had to do it all over again. You know, one of the interesting things is I used to find Challenge of the Elders so difficult. Now, you know, it's like, I'm like, how did I ever find, for example, Pilot Servitor difficult? Now, he's a piece of cake. You have to really be... The big killer for me has always been the Vandals with their swords, because they will keep jumping at you, and they will push you into a corner or push you against a wall, and you can't get away, and they will just keep... And you'll have 3 of them coming, or 4 of them, just a whole mob of them coming at you. So I usually just run at them, and I shoot, and I usually precision kill them. But that's the biggest challenge. It's the Vandals. Then finally you have the weekly raid, which is Crota, because Heroic, Death Singer Challenge, and Crota Challenge. One of the most... I would love to do Crota, though I have to admit one embarrassing thing. I actually don't know how to beat Crota, because whenever I did Crota, because I have Celestial Nighthawk, I was the one who defeated the Oversoul. So I have never actually defeated, like, picked up the sword or anything. It was basically I would stay to quarter, and at the right moment, which I don't remember the timing, so I'm gonna have to like practice it, I would shoot the oversoul. That was my job because I was a hunter with Celestial Nighthawk. So they would wait for my super to come up, and I would shoot out the oversoul. But we got Crota. I think I'm missing one or two of those exotic raid weapons. But if anyone wants to do Crota, I'd love to do Crota. Crota's a piece of cake. It doesn't take very long if you know what you're doing. Anyway, that's the weekly reset for this week. I hope to see you in the tower. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this because, like I said, I think I'm one of only 2 people who does Destiny 1 content, and I know there's new people in Destiny. You know, the best way, I usually go into the tower. I don't have time right now. I got to get to work, but you could tell that about 1/3 to 1/4 of the people every time you go to the tower are new people. They have a low level grimoire. That's how you know if a player is new. So if you see here, my grimoire on Xbox is 4925. Even if I create a new character, that grimoire score is going to be carried with me. So even if I have, which I have a low level character, my grimoire score is going to be carried with me. So you'll know that I've been playing for years because of my high level grimoire score. On the other hand, if you see someone with like a 500 grimoire, you know they're a new player. So I'd go into the tower sometimes and see how many new people there are. And there's usually about, like if there's 12 people in the tower, you'll find 3 or 4 of them are new people. Anyway, thank you for watching, like I said, and I hope to see you in the tower.